BTS News Today, Los Angeles, July 14th, 2025. Today seemed peaceful. But behind the beauty often praised in BTS's song lyrics, a heartbreaking incident shook the hearts of fans worldwide. On this day, something happened inside the recording studio where BTS's golden magne, Jungkook, was recording his vocal parts for their upcoming project. An incident that would soon become headline news and stir deep emotions. Jungkook collapsed during the session, and Jimin, who happened to be there, was seen crying while holding his best friend's hand. No one is ever truly prepared to see the vulnerable side of someone who always appears so strong on stage. Jungkook, with his incredible stamina and soul-touching voice, suddenly fainted during one of their intense sessions in West Hollywood. There weren't any obvious signs beforehand, just slightly tired eyes, heavier breaths than usual, and longer pauses between vocal takes that he would usually finish in a single breath. According to a staff member present, the room fell into silence. The music that usually echoed from the studio speakers was suddenly cut off by the thud of Jungkook's body hitting the floor. There were no screams, only a silence that echoed like an explosion. Jimin, who had been in the next room filming behind-the-scenes content, immediately rushed in upon hearing the commotion. He ran in without even putting on his slippers. He sat on the floor, held Jungkook's face, and kept calling his name, said a studio technician who witnessed the moment. Jimin appeared in shock. His hands trembled as he reached for Jungkook's unconscious face. The magne's body looked completely drained, his face pale and soaked in sweat. Jimin kept calling his name, trying to wake him up, even as tears welled up in his own eyes. His tears weren't loud or dramatic. He cried quietly, tears flowing freely and his voice shaking as he spoke. He hugged Jungkook, whispering something too soft for the studio microphones to catch. Perhaps an apology, maybe encouragement, or maybe something as simple as, "I'm here." The ambulance arrived shortly after. Jimin refused to leave Jungkook's side even for a second. He rode in the ambulance with him, sitting beside the emergency bed, still holding his hand. The studio CCTV recorded everything, though none of the footage was released to the public. But eyewitnesses couldn't hold back their emotions when recounting the scene. Jimin was crying, but he remained calm in his panic. He asked everyone to give space, yet he kept saying, "Jungkook, it's me. Please open your eyes." "I've never seen him like that before," shared a HYB America staff member who accompanied them to the hospital. The ride to the hospital felt unbearably long, even though it only took 15 minutes. Jimin held Jungkook's hand the whole way, occasionally checking his cold forehead. The slightly irregular heartbeat on the medical monitor made Jimin even more anxious. He closed his eyes as if praying silently, paying no attention to the paparazzi cameras that swarmed the ER entrance to armies around the world. Only learned about the incident hours later when an anonymous account leaked a snippet from hospital radio communications. Speculation spread quickly, but nothing could prepare fans for the official agency statement released that evening. Jungkook had suffered from extreme fatigue and severe dehydration due to intense work pressure. What touched fans the most was not just the news of Jungkook fainting, but Jimin's unwavering presence throughout his recovery. According to medical staff, Jimin slept on the waiting room couch for 2 nights straight. He refused to return to the hotel, even declined offers from staff to take turns watching over Jungkook. That a hospital nurse shared that when Jungkook finally regained consciousness on the 3rd day, the first person he saw was Jimin. He slowly opened his eyes, still groggy. But he smiled the moment he saw Jimin. Then he said, "Hyung, didn't you sleep?" And at that moment, Jimin cried again, but this time out of relief. That conversation wasn't recorded publicly, but the story alone made hashtags like #GetWellSoonJungkook and #ThankYouJimin trend in over 40 countries. Armies sent flowers, letters, and even digital murals outside the hospital to show their support and love. The next day, a quiet photo surfaced online. In the picture, Jimin is seen holding Jungkook's hand while the latter sits up in a hospital bed. Both are smiling softly, their eyes still slightly swollen. The afternoon sunlight pours in through the window, creating a calm and warm atmosphere. A simple moment, but full of meaning. A moment where the world saw that beyond the stage lights, BTS are still human, who feel pain, get tired, and need one another. HYBE later issued a follow-up statement confirming that all of Jungkook's scheduled recordings and activities would be postponed for a full week. But what caught fans' attention was the final sentence. Jimin will remain by Jungkook's side during his recovery, just as he always has throughout their journey. In the days that followed, the BTS fandom was filled with prayers and messages of support. Many armies began reposting past moments of Jimin and Jungkook's bond. First training videos from 2013, behind-the-scenes laughter, and the tight hugs during award wins. All those memories now felt like threads connecting to this very moment, proving that their friendship is not a performance, but something deeply genuine. Jimin didn't speak much publicly, but in a Weverse live broadcast days after Jungkook returned from the hospital, he sat in front of the camera with a calm face and eyes that still held deep emotion. "I just want to say, we're all human. And sometimes we forget, even me and him, to just stop for a moment and breathe. But I'm grateful I was there that day. Because if I wasn't, I don't know if I could have forgiven myself." His voice cracked slightly. He didn't cry on camera, but many fans said they cried with him. A week later, Jungkook reappeared in a short video message. His face looked bright, though his voice was still a bit soft. In the video, he said, "Thank you for all the love. I'm sorry for making you worry. And most importantly, thank you to Jimin Hyung. He didn't just save me that day, he saved me many times in my life." Those words were a powerful closing note. That beyond all the glitz, beyond BTS's incredible achievements, there lies a friendship that grows from the simplest things. Care, honesty, and showing up when it matters most. And that day, in a small Los Angeles studio, a quiet history was made. Not because of the music recorded, but because of the hug that caught a falling body. Because of the tears shed beside someone not as a star, but as a brother. Jungkook may have collapsed that day, but the love and friendship he shares with Jimin burned brighter than ever. After the event that shook so many hearts, the entertainment world paused briefly. Amid the usual excitement and camera flashes, this moment reminded everyone that even idols, who seem invincible, have limits. Most people only see BTS as glowing stars, but this incident opened many eyes to their reality as humans who also experience physical and emotional exhaustion. Days after Jungkook began recovering, HYB Entertainment released another official statement. They confirmed that Jungkook had undergone several examinations and was in stable condition. However, doctors advised a longer recovery period than initially planned. The statement explained that the incident wasn't caused by physical fatigue alone, but also by emotional stress from BTS's demanding schedule and constant expectations. Not only as idols, but as individuals carrying immense responsibility toward thousands, even millions, of people who depend on them. The entertainment industry, with all its glamour, isn't always what it seems on screen. Jungkook has been going through very tough times. "We're concerned not just for his physical health, but for his mental well-being," said a HYB representative in an interview. The decision to give Jungkook ample rest was not only for his body, but to allow him space to reconnect with himself as a person, away from the stage lights. This marked the first time BTS made such a significant step to prioritize mental health, a mature and compassionate move toward their own humanity.